Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I am happy to welcome you all for our online learning. Class 10, Subject Biology, Unit 15, Nervous System. Introduction. One of the characteristic features of all living organism is responding to stimuli. All organism means, living organism means that includes small organisms and then very big organisms. Start from microorganisms and a large gigantic organisms. So all living organisms have the characteristic feature. What is the characteristic feature? They are responding to stimuli. Clear? Stimulus, the word stimulus refers to changes in the environmental condition. Okay. Now you are all sitting in the home, you are having your mobile in your hand. Okay. Now the climate is very chill. What will happen? You feel shiver. So due to some stimuli, you are responding, your body is responding, that is called a stimulus. So stimulus refers to the changes in the environment. Now the climate is so chill. So that due to chill climate, that is the stimuli. For that stimuli, your body is responding. That is called a response or reaction. Once again I am repeating, stimulus refers to the changes in the environmental condition that are detected by receptor present in your body. So our body is made up of so many organs, including the sense organs. All organs have the receptor, especially the skin, the muscles have receptors. If any changes takes place around the environment, around you, around me, so what will happen? Our body will respond. That stimuli is detected by receptors present in the body. So whatever the stimuli, whatever the stimulus takes place, all these are detected by receptors present in the body, in our body. So the relevant changes takes place in the activities of organisms to a particular stimuli is called reaction or response. Now the climate is very chill means that is detected by the receptor present in the skin. What will happen? You are switch off the fan. So that is the reaction, that is the response takes place by the body. Once again I am repeating, the relevant changes takes place in the environment. The relevant changes takes place in the activities of an organism to a particular stimuli is called reactions or response. So living organism shows their response to different kinds of stimuli. For example, light, heat, cold, sound, smell, taste, etc. So all organisms, that is living organisms, shows their response to different kinds of stimuli. For example, light, cold, sound, smell, etc. Example, withdrawal of hand when we are touching the hot plate, hot pan. What will happen? That all of the second you just take your hand from the hot plate, and then the eyes, the closing of eyes when flashed with bright light. If you are riding a bike means in the opposite direction, one big truck or lorry blooms the high light, it flashes the high light. What will happen? Suddenly you are closing the eyes with flashed with bright light. Due to flashed with bright light, you are shrinking your eyes like this. So all these are the reactions or response due to stimuli. Clear, children? So in this condition, in this here condition, heat or light is the stimulus. Heat or light is the stimulus to which the body shows its response. shows its reactions. Clear? If you are touching the hot plate means suddenly you take hand from the hot plate. So heat is the stimuli, you are responding, taking your hand from the hot plate, that is the response. Are you get my point? If you are driving a bike opposite direction, one big vehicle blowing high light, heavy light, suddenly you are closing your eyelids, that is the response. So what is the stimuli here? The light source is the stimuli, due to that stimuli your body responding. Clear children? On receiving a stimulus, thus on receiving a stimulus, the body responds in a manner that is most appropriate for its survival and functioning. Working together of various organs in our body. So working together of various organs in the systemic, controlled and efficient way to produce proper response to various stimuli is called coordination. So what is coordination? Coordination is nothing but working together of various. The next one is neuroglia. Neuroglia, it is also called as glial cells. See the structure here. This is called the nerve cell and this is called glial cells, also called as neuroglia. They are non-exciting supporting cells of the nervous system. So this neuroglia is the supporting cell of the nervous system. They do not initiate or conduct any nerve impulse. So once again I am repeating, the neuroglia do not initiate or conducting the nerve impulse, just it supporting the nerve cell. See the structure here, this is called neuroglia and this neuroglia only supporting to the nerve cells. Clear? The next one is nerve fiber. The nerve fibers are the long, slender processes of neurons. A number of nerve fibers are bundled up together to form a nerves. So all the nerve fibers form a bundle, and to form a bundle to form nerves. Once again I am repeating, a number of nerve fibers are bundled up together to form a nerves. Clear? See here, all the nerve fibers are bundled up to form a nerves. Clear? The next one is structure of neuron. It is a very important question, frequently asking in exam. Neuron are also called as nerve cell. The neuron typically consists of the basic parts. The first one is Siteon, second one is Dendrites, and third one is Axon. Once again I am repeating, the nerve cell or neuron consists of three basic parts. First one is Siteon, and then Dendrites, and third one is Axon. See the structure of nerve cell or neuron. It consists of three basic parts. This is called, the first one is called Siteon, this is called Dendrites, and this is called Axon. Clear, children? Axon. Before move on to axon, we just go to Siteon. Siteon is also called as cell body or pericryon. It is a central, it has the central nucleus. Siteon consists of a central nucleus with abundant cytoplasm called neuroplasm. The cytoplasm has large granular body called Nissel's granules. See the structure of Siteon or cell body. It has a large central nucleus. This is a large central nucleus with abundant cytoplasm. The cytoplasm of Siteon is called neuroplasm. It consists of large granular bodies called Nissel's granules and other cell organelles. What are the organelles? Ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, etc. So in the Siteon or cell body, it contains all the cell organelles. Neurons do not have the ability to divide. All cells have the ability to divide except neuron. This nerve cell or neuron do not have the ability to divide. Second one is dendrites. These are the numerous branched cytoplasmic processes. See here, this is called Siteon or cell body, and this cell body possesses a branched structure called dendrites. So dendrites are nothing but the numerous branched cytoplasmic processes that project from the surface of the cell body. So all the dendrites are project from the surface of the cell body. So this is a branched structure called dendrites. They conduct nerve impulse towards the Siteon. The main function of dendrites is it always conduct the impulse towards the Siteon. So the dendrites conducts the impulse towards the Siteon, and from the Siteon the impulse move on to axon, and this cycle repeats. Clear, children? The third one is axon. The axon is a single elongated slender projection. See here, this is called axon. It is a single elongated slender projection. The end of the axon terminates. See here, this is the end of the axon. The end of the axon terminates as fine branches. These are the fine branches. Fine branches which terminate into a knob-like structure. This is the knob-like structure, swelling called synaptic knob. So all the terminal end of the axon have a knob-like structure called synaptic knob. Clear? The plasma membrane of the axon is called axolemma, while the cytoplasm is called axoplasm. So the plasma membrane of the axon is called axolemma and the cytoplasm is called axoplasm. The main function of axon, it carries impulse away from the Siteon. Once again I am repeating, the main function of axon is it carries impulse away from the Siteon. Clear? And then the axon may be covered by a protective sheath called myelin sheath, which is further covered by a layer called Schwann cells called Neuroglia. So the axons may be covered by a sheath called myelin sheath, which is further covered by a layer called Schwann cells. If the axon have the myelin sheath, means then it is said to be myelinated nerve cell or myelinated axon. Clear? The myelin sheath breaks at intervals by depression called node of Ranvier. I am going to draw a diagram of nerve cell again. Yes. What is this, children? Very good. It is dendrites. What is this part? Yes, right. Siteon. Also called as cell body. Very good. And this part is called axon. This is called a terminal end. Okay. This knob is called a synaptic knob. The axon is covered by a sheath called myelin sheath. If the axon is covered by myelin sheath, then it is called a myelinated axon. There will be a, see here, the myelin sheath breaks. See here, the myelin sheath breaks by a depression called node of Ranvier. This is node of Ranvier. Clear? The region between the nodes is called internodes. The myelin sheath acts as a insulator and ensures rapid transmission of nerve impulse. So, the main function, it acts as a insulators and ensure rapid transmission of nerve impulse. Then synapse, a junction between synaptic knob of axon of one neuron and the dendron of next neuron is called synaptic junction. So the nerve cells or neuron, they are connected with dendrons, axon of the one neuron and dendron of the another neuron. They have the junction between the terminal end of the first neuron and the dendron of the second neuron, that is called synaptic junction. Once again I am repeating, the junction between the knob of the axon of one neuron to the dendron of the next neuron is called synaptic junction. Thank you children, we will see you in the next class.